So we're back to our Bluehost screen, and then when you come to this screen, they will just give you two options here. Do you need any kind of help, or a little bit of help is needed, or you can skip this step. So you see, you can definitely go back to getting the help from Bluehost. They do have a very good customer support and also the interface. But since if you're new, I'd suggest you can just go for a little help, and then probably they will just keep on giving you the details. Okay, so it's basically a blog, an online store, okay, business portfolio. Okay, so it's an organization, and it scales organization, so I'll probably just go for portfolio. Okay, are you comfortable with creating websites? So I can put very, I can put just this option, or I can just go for an option little less. Depends on what you want, and you can just select that. Okay, so I want to show you all the steps, so that's why I've just selected something which is on the lower side. Okay, and then you have to enter or type or choose the list from below what type it is. Okay, so you'll see this is basically nothing but I'm building in a school website, so you can just scroll down and then check what are the different options that are available. I just go for education. Okay, and who are you creating the site for? Okay, so you can just write down probably a client, a company, someone else, myself, and so on. So I'll just keep it for myself for now. Okay, and then I'll just go for continue. What do you want to name your site? Okay, so this is something which will appear at the top of your site, but don't worry, you can always change the description and the idea. Okay, you can always skip this step. Okay, you can always do that. So I'll just do this once. I'll just go for skip this step. Now what is happening is we are pick a free or premium theme that inspires you. Okay, we're just going to decide on a theme. Okay, if we just go for a premium theme, okay, you see these are the options that are there. Explore all the premium themes. You can just go for a free theme. Okay, and so on. But what I'll do is I'm not going to go do this now. I'll just go for skip this step. We can just do that later. And then what happens is they are actually installing the WordPress for us. Okay, so once it's installed, okay, you have this. Okay, and I don't really have any sites connected here. Okay, so I just need to connect my site. So I'll just go for my sites. Okay, and then just have a look at the website. Okay, and I can just go for this add site. Okay, so if I just go for add site, okay, I can just write down the site name. Okay, or I can just go for the advanced option. Okay, and then I can actually import the site. So in case you have not pointed the domain towards the hosting, whenever you are trying to access the website, it actually might go to the advertising website of GoDaddy. So what I'm going to do is we are just going to look at this option of pointing. So I will just go back to the point from where we actually can start and do the pointing of the domain to the hosting. So once you log into your Bluehost account, what you do get is this domain. And in the domain, you can see there are three options: link domain, purchase domain, edit DNS. So I'll just go for linking a domain, and I'll just click that. And once I click, it will actually go to this particular website and this page. And then there you can actually type in your domain name, and then I'll just type in the name there. And then it says verifying domain. Now this domain has not been pointed to Bluehost, so it will actually ask you for verifying the ownership. There are different ways of verifying the ownership, as you can see listed, but what we can do is this, the easiest one. What we do here is we are just going to copy the name of the servers and paste it in the GoDaddy option. So in GoDaddy, when you go for products, okay, what you can do is you can go for your account and you can just go for products. Once you go for my products, you will actually see the host of products that you have purchased. We have just now purchased a website, so I'll just go down and you can see besides this I have got something which is written as DNS. What I'll do is I'll click on the DNS, and once done, I will just wait for this to load, and you can see that you basically have something which is written as name servers. And here what I want to do is I want to change the name server, and I just go for change. And then once I click on change, I just need to wait, and then this will actually load the option of filling in the new name servers. By the time it loads, I can just copy. So you can see there are two name servers. This is the first server, so I'll just go for copy. You can press Control C and then go here, and you can see this. Okay, enter my own name servers advanced. Okay, or you can connect my domain to a website I have built. So what I'll do is I'll enter my own name servers, and I'll just go for this. I'll click here and I'll paste it. That's the first name server. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this with this, and then I'm going to paste this second name server, paste. Then what I do is I can just save it, okay? And once I save, it should be okay, and then the website should be actually pointing there. Yes, I consent to update the name server of the selected domain. So I will just go for continue, okay? And once I do that, that should be all. Okay, that's the technical procedure that we need to follow to point our website to the domain. So you see the name servers has been changed. Okay, we have changed it, and now what I want to do is just go back here, okay, and then we know that this has been already verified. Okay, and once this is verified, it should be actually listed in your list of domains. This sometimes do usually take more than 24 hours, okay, but then it might take this, okay, depending on the policy of a particular website. So that's it, how you actually point your domain and the name, domain and the hosting together. Just enter name, okay, and then you see this ownership is verified. The name servers for the domain are currently set to these two options, so we can see this. I'm not going to just do any kind of folder options here. I'll just go for unassigned domain, and I'll just click on assign this domain. Okay, so once I click this, okay, I should be able to work on my website, okay, and then I can go and start working on the student management system website. Okay, so this is the option that you get, okay, and we have the domain listed here. Okay, we can assign this, but we're going to do it in the next lecture. So we are back into our cPanel for the Bluehost, and that's how the screen looks like. What we're going to do now is we are going to start building our site and install WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my sites, and you see that eventually we don't have any site which has been built, and we will do it now. So once you go to this, you basically have the option of adding the site, and we just click on add site. And once we click on that, we can actually enter the name of the site that we have just pointed, and I just put it at this. Okay, what we can do now is we can actually go for the advanced option and put up a login email ID, username, okay, and of course a password. Then once I've entered the password, what I can do is I can just go for next, and then you can see I can select the domain, and that's my domain here. Okay, and I can take directory, that's optional, and let me not select it right now. I'm not going to use any of these plugins for now. I can definitely install them later, and then I just go for next, and that's how your site actually gets created. So you need to wait for some time. Once your site gets created, what you can do is you can directly go to login to WordPress, or I can just go back to my sites, and if I go to this, you can see that my site is already created, and I can just go for manage sites, and I can look into the different options that are connected with the sites. Okay, so it's very important that since we are having a payment gateway for our website, we just need to install the SSL certificate, and for that you need to go to this particular option of security, and as you scroll down, you can see SSL certificate, let's encrypt in progress. So what happens usually is they are basically setting up SSL certificate, and it should take about an hour. So we will just wait for that, and really we don't need SSL certificate right now because we are not going to go online. Okay. Now if you just look into from the browser, and if you just look into the website, what you are going to see is this. Okay, so we are going to just look into the website. Okay, and as you can see, it shows that a new WordPress site coming soon, and then you can really directly go for the admin login. So click on admin login. Okay, you can basically directly go to this page where you need to put in your username and password, and you can actually access the WordPress panel. Now you can see this, you can go directly by clicking on this wp-login. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my email ID, okay, and I'm going to just put in my, so once I put in my password, I will just log in, and once I log in, I'm going to see the WordPress panel for me. So this is my WordPress panel, and in the next lecture we are just going to look into some more details on what are the features that we have, how to install a plugin, and just have a clear idea of the interface of the WordPress panel.